Hello, welcome to my video. It is currently midnight. I'm on my 5th cup of coffee and I'm delusional high. So, today's video is going to be my Boxycharm unboxing. And yes, I know what you're thinking. Kathleen, that box looks bigger than normal.
Are you sure that's not the premium box?
Why yes, thank you for noticing.
It is quite large.
It is the size of the premium box, but this is the regular base box. And I actually got really confused myself when I got this in the mail. I called them, I was like, hey, guys, did you accidentally send me the premium box? But they explained to me that this month there's a palette in this box that was too large to fit in their regular box, so they had to put it in the premium box. And don't get me wrong, that's not the case for everyone. So some of you did get the regular sized box and some of you guys got this size because not everybody got the palette. And I actually asked them like, hey, is this box more valuable than the other ones? And it actually isn't. This isn't the most valuable box. Like, this isn't the most expensive box out of all of them. If you didn't know, not everyone gets the exact same box. I think there are like 3 or 4 different variations and the other boxes had skincare in them. So I just wanted to make sure because I was also confused as to why it was in this box. But that is why. And actually I was kind of bummed because I love getting skincare in my Boxycharm. Like, it's my favorite thing to try. I love testing out new skincare. But it's okay. I mean, I'm putting my skin through a lot anyway. Maybe it's a good thing that I didn't get the skincare box. But anyway, let's jump into this bad boy. So this month's theme, why is that hard for me? Is Boxycharm Adore. It's like their Valentine's theme box, I suppose. And actually, the first couple products in this box are kind of skincare related. I'm having like this weird pain above my eye and I'm hoping I don't get a migraine. So this is the First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance Pads, and I love First Aid Beauty. It's one of my favorite skincare brands, and I actually had this like back in the day when I first got into First Aid Beauty, but I haven't used it in forever. I don't even remember how I felt about this, but this is $16 and it's a daily treatment pad that contains the right amount of lactic acid, glycolic acid, and it safely and effectively exfoliates, tones, and brightens all skin types. This is obviously something I have to use consecutively to let you know how I really feel about it, but this is a really dependable brand for me. I really enjoy their products and I'm excited to keep using this. I have to see where it would fit into my current skincare routine, but I'm gonna keep it on my vanity and I'll implement it here and there. And then this other skincare product is from a brand called EVIO. I've never heard of this brand, so I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but this is their Refreshing Cleansing Hemp Wipes. And this is really cool because these wipes are actually biodegradable. These are like soapy wipes. I don't know if you can see the little bubbles on them, and you can hear that they feel like nice and soapy. And it says that these wipes are made with hemp fibers to cleanse the skin, remove waterproof makeup, ooh, awesome, and keep skin hydrated. The antibacterial wipes are infused with cannabis sativa seed oil to reduce inflammation and avoid irritation. So I'm gonna rub this on my face as well. Oh man, I usually don't like these soapy face wipes because they tend to leave my skin feeling a little tight. And I don't typically like that. And these say on the back that you don't need to rinse this off. Like, you can just leave this on your skin. Yeah, it says no need to rinse. We'll see. I mean, I don't have any makeup on, so I can't tell you if this is really good at removing makeup or anything like that, but I mean, I'm still gonna try it. All right, I'm gonna let that formula sink into my skin for a second. But if you're wondering, these wipes are $10. Okay, so it's been like 2 minutes and my face feels really clean, but it feels tight. It feels like I have a film on my skin, and when I touch my face, it feels really sticky. So I mean, I'm gonna leave it, but normally that would drive me crazy and I would end up rinsing this off. I know I would, but I don't know, maybe I'm just being overly picky. Like, I'm sure when I put on my makeup, I'm not gonna feel this anymore. So relax, Kathleen, okay? It's not that serious, but that is something to keep in mind in case you are a little crazy like me. Okay, moving on. The next thing in the box is this Big Mac Daddy palette right here. This is from a brand called Iconic London, and this is their Day to Slay eyeshadow palette. This eyeshadow palette is $62, guys. $62. That's expensive. I mean, it's big and all of that, and it even has a mirror, which is nice, but damn. Iconic London is so expensive. They sell this brand at Ulta, in case you're wondering, and all of their stuff is always like very pricey. But this is what the palette looks like. It actually looks really, really pretty. I'll swatch some of these. Okay. I mean, I don't know if it's like $62 nice, but it's nice. And it's nice that we get it in a Boxycharm because we definitely didn't pay $62 for the box, so that's nice. You know what? Before I get into this eyeshadow palette, I know, I'm rewinding for a second. We're going out of order. I'm gonna put this to the side for just a second because I'm gonna put on my foundation and my concealer first, and this is also in the box. So this is the Luxie Complete Sponge Set, and you get 3 sponges in this set. And it says bake, contour, and detail. You know me, I do not do any of that baking silliness. That is for oily queens, not me. But I am gonna apply my foundation with this. And this little set retails for $40. And it comes with a detail blender, a precision blender, and a powder blender. Which one is which? I do not know. Maybe it's gonna go in order from left to right and then from top to bottom, right? So I would assume this one is the detail blender, the precision blender, and then the powder? No, that can't be right. That little thing for powder? No. You know what? It's fine. I'm just gonna use one for concealer, for foundation, and then I'll use another one for concealer. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to apply my foundation and my concealer with these bad boys. I'm gonna wet them, of course, but yeah. Okay, here's the thing. At first when I started to run the sponge underneath the water and it started to expand, I was like, ooh, I don't think I'm gonna like this, just because it is one of those sponges that's just a lot more dense. It's not as porous as like the Beauty Blender or the Flower Beauty sponge or the Real Technique sponge. It's not as bouncy or squishy. It's a bit harder. Not hard, but just like a bit more stiff. And at first I thought I was gonna hate that because I typically don't like sponges like this. But as I started to apply the foundation, you saw I started to apply it here on this side of my face, and then I had to drag it on the other side of my face because the coverage was so much and so little was going such a long way. And you saw that I only applied like very little to my sponge. I didn't apply that much, but I was able to do like the entire bottom half of my face. My forehead takes a whole other pump on its own. But I was really pleasantly surprised with this sponge. I feel like it gave me really great coverage. If you don't like to use beauty blenders because it soaks up too much of your product, I think you might really, really like this sponge. I didn't like this one, however. This was a little bit too stiff and too dense for my under eyes. I ended up going back in with this and then blending it out because this one is just a little bit softer, and I feel like it was blending out the concealer a little better. So so far so good. I didn't like this one, but I really, really liked this one. And yeah, I'll be using this one another day, and then I will be updating you guys in a future video. But now we can move on to the eyeshadow palette. I just wanted to have my concealer down first because I wanted to use that as my primer. So I'm gonna do a quick little look. You know the drill. I just mainly want to test out some of these mattes, a couple of these shimmers, and see how I feel. so I just finished up the eyes and the rest of my makeup. If you're wondering what's on the rest of my face, I of course will have it in the info box down below like I always do. But let's talk about this iconic London eyeshadow palette for a second. I personally really liked it. I really love the look I created. All the mattes blended really nicely. These are very smooth, buttery mattes. I didn't really notice any skipping or patchiness. The mattes are really nice. And even the shimmers are really nice as well. I used some on my inner corners and on my lid. And this lid shade Closing Party is so beautiful. It's so foiled and metallic. You don't even need to wet it. I'm sure if you wet it, it would take that eyeshadow to the next level. But for today's look, I didn't wet it and it applied really nicely. The shades I used were really smooth, really buttery. I really enjoyed it. Do I think it's revolutionary, the best palette you will ever get? No, it is pricey. Like, it is a really good palette, but I don't know if it's $62 good. I'm gonna play around with it a little bit more to see how I really feel about it, but so far so good. And I do like that this comes with a mirror. I don't know, I personally wouldn't travel with it. It's so thick, but it is at the end of the day a really nice palette formula wise. I enjoyed it. And then we are pretty much done with this video, guys. There's only one more product in the box, and does. So this is the Amika Supernova Moisture and Shine Cream. This is obviously for your hair. And this bad boy is $25. It says it's a weightless leave-in cream that provides superior hydration, detangling, and lightweight conditioning, leaving hair very soft and smooth and with brilliant shine. Now, here's my pickle. You guys don't know this about me yet, but I really want to get into the curly girl world. I'm not gonna go full-on curly girl method. I cannot. There are too many rules to that. It's a huge commitment, and I'm an Aquarius. It's not gonna happen. But I recently picked up a bunch of curly girl products, like products that curly girls swear by and love, and I have just fallen down a rabbit hole of curly girl videos. And I have realized that I have been doing my curly hair routine all wrong. And I mean, that's a whole story for a whole nother video, but I realized that some of my products have silicones in it, and silicone just isn't great for those of us with curly hair. I don't have curly hair anymore, but I'm gonna try to get it back. Silicones really weigh down your hair, especially if you're using sulfate-free shampoos like I use. I don't use any sulfates in my shampoos. I haven't for years, but usually the sulfate in your shampoos is what really like breaks down all the silicone buildup and really gets your hair super clean. And when you're washing your hair with sulfate-free shampoos, all the silicone in your styling products stays in your hair and weighs down your hair. It's a whole thing, it's a whole science. But where I'm getting at with this is that the second ingredient in this is silicone, which is fine for those of you with straight hair. I mean, so many people use silicone in their styling products and it works for them. It's fine, it's great. But I personally am trying to remove silicone-y products from my hair care routine. I mean, it isn't many because I use Briogeo, which everything Briogeo is free of silicones, parabens, sulfates. They're amazing. But some of my mousses had a bunch of silicone in it, and oh my god, I'm going off on a tangent. The point is, this has silicone. And I personally am not looking for a leave-in conditioner that has silicone in it. So I am gonna be passing this along to my friend. I'm sure it'll really work for her. And I'm sure this is great. I'm sure this makes your hair feel super soft and amazing, but I'm on a journey now. And once you're on this journey, well, I mean, I don't know, I just got here, so. I'm sure this is great, but I'm going to pass on these for now, you know? But anyway, guys, that completes this video. That was everything I got in my February Boxycharm. I personally enjoyed the box this month. I really liked that eyeshadow palette. I feel like that was the star of the show. And I'm very happy I got a First Aid Beauty product in this box as well because I love them. I also really liked my foundation sponge. The only thing, honestly, I wasn't crazy about is this, but I mean, it did the job. I didn't really feel it on my face anymore now that my makeup is on. So I'm sure I could definitely make this work. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below letting me know what you got in your box this month. Did you hate it? Did you love it? Was your box totally different? Was it the same? Let me know in the comments below. But that completes this video, guys. I love you so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Kathleen, that box is bigger than usual. That definitely look. So this is the First Aid Beauty facial. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. But this is their refreshing cleansing hemp wipes. Hemp. Bye.